Shanti. So this is going to be a very interesting video because this video is going to show the two sides of Andrew Tate. Recently he is in the news for getting arrested for allegations from his former girlfriends that Andrew Tate has raped them, strangled them. But he was more famous recently in the internet, mainly because of his motivational speeches and also for his misogynist views. I believe Andrew Tate roasted feminists mainly to grab attention, and guess what? He succeeded in that. But that success itself turned against him, resulting all social media platforms banning Andrew Tate permanently. In one of his previous videos, he has mentioned how he was working all day long but still couldn't make enough money, and all of a sudden he was thinking that there should be something that he was doing wrong that's making him be poor all the time. So he told his brother that he wanted to be rich, and the idea that he put into action for getting rich is using his girlfriends that he has received while he was contesting as a kickboxer. So he seemed to have some 8 girlfriends. So he called everybody and he was basically convincing them to do webcam business where they will be speaking to the customers face to face, doing some inappropriate things. So I believe it is more like an online prostitution. In that particular video, feminists got triggered by him calling his girlfriends as his assets. He sees the girls as assets. He himself have revealed in that video that he would meet beautiful girls and ask them to do webcam business by falling in love with them initially. So it is actually a lover boy method where a guy pretends to fall in love with a girl in order to exploit her sexually for monetary benefit or not. So he was boasting that those girls were working really hard to make him rich. So all these revelations by himself in that video is going against him in the ongoing case where he was charged with human trafficking and rape and strangling his girlfriends. Though many raise voice against his misogynistic behavior, there are many who even support him. They call everything fake. He used to say in many videos that Matrix is going to come after him. So they still believe that it is the Matrix that's trying to trap him. Especially the video created by Vice showed some proof against Andrew Tate, in which a girl without showing her face was speaking in that video, and people call that fake because one, she is not showing her face, second, the name is not revealed, so how can they be sure that this is genuine? And even if it were genuine, in that particular video, his girl, Henry Tate's ex-girlfriend, was revealing that she was not kidnapped. She was not sure to call it a human trafficking because she was doing it from the beginning based on her free will, but she believed that he was in love with him, but he was actually raping her. He was even hitting her, but by the end of the day he was handing her a bulk amount of money that made her forget everything, and within a day or two she was seeing that Andrew Tate was raping another girl in front of her. And I believe that Andrew Tate has very low opinion about girls is mainly because he is surrounded by girls who are actually doing prostitution for him. So maybe he is not in close proximity with any good girls, which is why he is having very low opinion about girls. Romanian government has arrested him for investigation, and they have even seized many of his properties worth several millions. And Tate believes that men should be traditional men taking care of his family, and women should be a traditional women just looking after the household of the family. And man should be the provider of the family, and women should basically cook and look after the house. That's what he says. And the reason he says is he believes that man can never be a woman and women can never be a man. Man cannot perform the duties of women as much as women does, and women cannot take responsibilities of man as man does. So they basically differ, especially in terms of masculinity and physical strength. He also says in military it is only men who fights and defends their nation, and women are not doing that. Even if they do, they should be surrounded by male military person to protect them. Whether or not this is true, but still it is definitely going to discourage women from pursuing those fields, and also it is going to encourage men to look inferior on women. He even recently joined Islam, saying that the Islamic views resonated with his personal views. So despite this negative shade, he also has another side where he motivates the youth like nobody has done before. So he says motivation is short-lived. You need to be self-disciplined to be successful. Whether or not you like doing something, you must do the scheduled task on time, which is how you will be able to achieve your goal. And he says cleaning a room is not going to give him any excitement. He will not be motivated to do that, but still if he is disciplined enough, he'll be doing that. So he says he is ready to do anything if somebody is going to give him money. The real problem with making girlfriends to work for him, to make him rich, will definitely work if he has only one girlfriend. But it will never work if he has multiple girlfriends at the same time. There will definitely be jealousy. Maybe that's the reason they turn against him over time. And even Andrew Tate said that not everything you enjoy doing is going to make money. You like playing video games, that's not going to make you money. I believe he is right. But if you have money as your main aim in doing anything, at one point you will get more and more greedy, so that you will end up exploiting others. So that's the main allegation against him now. And also he says that men and women tend to think differently when it comes to making money. If somebody is going to teach how to make $1,000 per hour to a girl, she is going to think, wow, I'm going to have to work only 1 hour for a week. While if you teach the same to a man, then he is going to think that I'm going to make $18,000 per day. So that's the difference between men and women. Women, they lack motivation when it comes to money. He also says that women needs to be just beautiful to get married to a rich person, so that she owns property worth millions. But in order to own property worth millions for a man, he needs to work really hard. So he says that's the difference between men and women. Men are used like horses, so that they can earn money and provide for the family. Although what he says holds true to every part of the world, that is not something man should worry about if he truly knows about the knowledge of who we truly are. We are not this perishable body. Only if you consider yourself to be this perishable body, then you will identify yourself as a man or woman. Then you will worry about the difference in the treatment they receive from the society at large. So God reveals the fact that a soul will be a man and women in alternating births. So don't think if you are a male, you will be male forever. There is a pretty good chance that you were female in your previous birth, and you are going to be female in your upcoming birth. So that's true to women as well. They must have been men in their previous birth, so obviously they would have to suffer a lot while they were men in providing for the family. Now it's their turn to enjoy everything that's brought by her men of life. Plus, you will worry about this only when dealing with girlfriends. But when it comes to your wife, you won't think like this. You will be more loving to spend every second in making them feel comfortable, because you no longer consider them to be separate from you. You consider them to be a part of you. And regards to Tate calling beautiful girls as a man's asset, it is definitely wrong, because man is not going to get any benefit from a beautiful girlfriend or beautiful wife other than considering himself to be lucky to be with the most beautiful girl. It is just the thoughts that give him the happiness, and other than that, he is not going to gain anything by being with a beautiful girl, because he have to provide for her, he have to protect her. Actually, having a beautiful girlfriend is going to increase the insecurity of the guy, especially if he is not that good looking, and especially when his girlfriend is surrounded by better looking and very successful person at work. So it is definitely wrong to call beautiful girls as the asset of her boyfriend. Instead, beauty is definitely the asset, not for the guy but for the girl, because as he himself has mentioned, using her beauty she can get the most successful person to be her girlfriend, to be her boyfriend. So that is definitely the asset for the girl and not for the guy. And he says the only reason people don't make money is because either they are lazy or they are stupid or they are arrogant. And we'll be covering the success mantras revealed by Andrew Tate in the next video. Om Shanti. Thanks for watching.